Good morning, everybody. My name is A Weapons, Mid-Lyfe Music. Shout outs to the entire LDBC. Go to ldbcsports.com, register, make a profile, interact with the brothers and the sisters of the LDBC. Also, go to, let me just put my shit on here. Yeah, let you know that I'm working, y'all. I'm working. Also, go to shopfightfan.com where you can pick up LDBC merch. And lastly, go to my second home, which is ticketvmedia.com, where you can pick up LDBC merch. And this is from ticketvmedia.com. Wait a minute, y'all. And so is this. You go to ticketvmedia.com where you can pick up LDBC merch, Ticket TV merch, and A Weapons merch. And you can also pick up my songs there as well. Right now, ticketvmedia.com is down due to the pandemic situation. But as soon as we get back up and things are in motion, you can pick up all of this merch there. All right. This will be kind of a long video. I actually may do this in 2 or 3 parts, but this will be part one. The video the actual issue that I want to talk about is what percentage of an artist's a musician artist or a music artist royalties are due to you, and what's fair between you and the label and anybody else that's involved. All right, I was just watching a documentary on YouTube about the record industry, and they had Too Short on there. They had a few producers that was with Puffy's Hitman team. They had Combat Jack, and God bless the dead to Combat Jack. He had died of prostate cancer a couple of years back. His real name is Reggie Osei, and he was like a entertainment lawyer. So God bless the dead to Combat Jack. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, brother. Oh, and also I forgot. Damn. Rest in peace to R&B queen. R&B queen Betty Wright. No Pain, No Gain. All those songs that she did. She had passed away over the weekend. This Rona, man, I'm telling you, be careful out there, people. This Rona is for real, and it's taking people out. So all you people who have like medical illnesses and things like that, be careful out there, because that Rona is no joke. My brother took 2 weeks to get over it. You know, it was the worst. You know what I'm saying? It felt like the time I had the flu back in, let me see when it was, 90, 91? Yeah, 90 or 91. I think it was 90. And that shit lasted me 2 weeks. I couldn't taste anything. I couldn't smell anything. Yo, I was fucked up. And that Rona, I hear, is worse than that. So please be careful out there, people. Be safe. I want to talk about how what's fair for an artist and what's fair for the record company, because artists nowadays believe, oh, well, I should get all the money. And how are you going to get all the money if the record label is promoting you, if the record label is marketing you, if the record label is providing a facility for you to record your music, the record label is giving you producers? You can't take all the money. But now the record label can't take all the money either. So I'm just going to go over real quick. And like I said, this may be a 2 or 3 part video. And this will actually go on my Mid-Lyfe Music channel. I won't put this on the A Weapons channel. As a record label, your responsibility is to promote the artist, to market the artist, to provide facilities to do a sound recording for that artist, to provide production for that artist if need be, and to, what do you call that? Yo, I'm getting old, man. Look at the gray hair, y'all. I'm getting old. And to, what do you call that? To package the music. I'm not, like, okay, so in other words, like when you go to a store, when they put the music in the store, that's what they do. That's the record label's responsibility. That's everything on their end. You ought to take care of the rest. So we'll say, for example, a record label gives you, we'll just say a $500,000 advance. We'll just, I'm just making a nice round number. Okay, we'll say 100,000. All right. Out of that $100,000, now remember, when they give you an advance, that money is due to be paid back to the label. All right, and the advance money is basically money that for your pockets. So meanwhile, while you took that advance money, the record label is also paying for studio time, okay, which you have to pay back, and that's fair. Okay, you have to pay that back. You have to pay back the cost that the label had to pay for producers, if needed be, or whoever else they have, writers or whoever they have, or whatever situation they have. You have to pay that back, and that's fair. That's fair. Cost for videos, you have to pay that back. Again, fair. But now, what's not fair is when the record labels take money that they're not supposed to take. Like, for example, anytime that they duplicate your work, any work that you've sang on, any work that you've played an instrument on, any work that you've produced, anything like that, you're supposed to get paid for that. And that's called a mechanical right. You're supposed to get paid anytime they reproduce that. So in other words, if they take your song and they press it, for every song that they press, you're supposed to get paid an amount of money for that. And I think the percentage on that, I think you get is it a point? You get a point for that. In other words, you get 1%. If the CD costs $20, you're supposed to get at least 2 cents off of that. Excuse me, I'm sorry, 20 cents. I'm sorry. You're supposed to get 20 cents off of that. And if you're not getting that, that's a problem. So the record label's not mentioning that. The record label is also not mentioning that every time they play your song on a radio or anything like that, you're supposed to get paid as far as the and it depends on what you do. If you wrote the song and produced the song, you're supposed to get paid your regular composition copyright first. Because there's two copyrights. There's a composition copyright and then there's a sound recording copyright. Now the sound recording copyright is whatever you negotiate with the record label. And most of the time the record label won't mention anything about publishing for the sound recording. And it's very, very important that you bring that up. Sound recording and mechanicals. Those are two streams of income that you're supposed to discuss with the record label. And then the other situation is the composition copyright, which the record label is not supposed to get a piece of. Or you can negotiate that and say, listen, you can get a piece of this copyright money until I pay you back. Once I pay you back, then all that money is relinquished back to me and whoever did the work. So what happens is that the record label takes advantage of people who don't know anything about contracts. And what happens is, okay, we'll just give a scenario that I was just watching. All right. They give you $500,000 in advance, right? Recording costs will run you probably like about between 100, maybe two. Okay, we'll say 200,000. All right. So with the $100,000 in advance, and I said 500. I'm sorry, it's 100,000. 100,000 plus the 250. That's $350,000 you owe already. Then you got to pay for marketing costs. So that's another 250. So that's 650 you owe so far. Say if the record label, if you go platinum, and we'll say the CD costs $10. All right, that yields the record label $5 million. Now so far you're only in the hole $1 million. You're only in the hole for $1 million. So once that $1 million is paid off, then you should negotiate a deal with the label as far as how much money you're going to be getting from then on. So if the record label is saying, okay, well, let's give you 50%, which is fair if they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. That's fair. Then you go on from there and you get 50. First of all, your composition copyright is all yours. Second, the sound recording, you split with the label. Record sales, you split with the label. All right, and another thing is that the label is not supposed to get a piece for your shows. If you're doing shows and tours, the record label is not supposed to get a piece of that at all. That's only between the promoter, your manager, and you. That's it. Those are the only people that's supposed to get paid with that. Record labels are not supposed to get a piece of that. But with the 360 deal, that's what they're doing now. So you have to really be mindful of what you do with that. This is going to be part 1. I'm going to come back with part 2 probably this afternoon. Again, shout out to the almighty LDBC. My name is A Weapons. Peace.